at the courthouse, and so I just learned two new things that I didn't know. So I thought I would make a video so I could share with other people. Okay, so the first thing is once you put your house into a trust, so you do a quick claim deed, you transfer your house out of your name into the name of your trust. You got to do two more things, right? So the first thing you got to do is you got to call your homeowner's insurance, and you got to add your trust to your policy. Because if you don't, and then you need to file a claim, they can deny you because they're going to say, oh, well, on your deed, it doesn't say your name. It says blah, 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 trust. And that is not an insured party of interest, right? So we can't process your claim. So that's the first thing you gotta do. The second thing you gotta do that I did not know, you gotta contact the tax commissioner. All right. So there's a tax assessor and a tax commissioner. This is home ownership. If you're not a homeowner, this don't even matter. You gotta contact the tax commissioner and send them a copy of your certification of trust. So even though the deed is switched over, they don't automatically give you an exemption because you changed the owner of the property, right? So your exemption is gonna fall off. Anytime the ownership of a property changes, the exemption that was previously applied falls off, which is stupid because the parcel number don't change. That doesn't even make sense. Why does the exemption fall off when the parcel number doesn't change? But anywho, so so make sure when you put your property into a trust that you not only do the quitclaim deed, all right? And that's how you put the property into a trust. Because a lot of people are like, well, how do I put the property into a trust? You got to do a quitclaim deed. You go drop that off with the deed office. Then after you do the quitclaim deed, you want to call your insurance company. Then after you call your insurance company, or you don't have to do it in that order, but you want to make sure you do it. And then don't forget to refile for your exemption. I don't know about every other county in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Once you change the ownership or the name on the deed, your exemption automatically falls off. I didn't know that. So you got to reinstate it. All right. Whew, it's a lot. It's a lot to know. Like, I should have had a whole class on this. I got $80,000 in student loans, but I'm learning all of this as I go. Like, make it make sense. I hope this helps somebody. All right, this says, how do I go about putting my home in the trust? So I don't know if your question is how do you initially get the trust, or once you have the trust, how do you put your home in it? So I answer both questions for you. Okay, here's my portfolio. So you want to contact an estate planning attorney, and that's how you're going to set up your trust. Um, it is an investment. So I know a lot of people are like, well, how much does this cost? I've seen as low as $1,500 and as high as like $5,000. So you just got to kind of figure out what do you want to spend. Okay. So attorney will set this up for you. It's quite a bit of information. Can you do it yourself? Yes, you can. But look at this. Who I'm not finna do this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not finna do this. All right. So this this covers my whole entire estate. All right. I do have a will as well. But wills don't bypass probate. So even if you have a will, your will is still gonna go through probate. So I do have a will, but I want to keep everything out of probate. So that's why I got a trust. A trust also protects you from other things too, like lawsuits, for an example, depending on what type of trust you have. If somebody sues you and they're trying to come after your assets, well, they can only come after what you own. So on paper, I don't own anything, but I control everything. And that's how it should be for everybody, okay? Because you can't take what's not mine, technically, legally. If I don't own it, you can't take it, okay? So what they were looking for today was the certificate of trust. This is what they were looking for today at the tax commissioner's office, all right? So this document right here is what I have to send back to them so that my homestead exemption that I was getting for the last couple of years when my home was still deeded to me, I can continue to get it now that my home has been placed inside of a trust. All right. So with that being said, that's how you get a trust. You have to get an estate planning attorney to actually draw up all of these documents. Okay. Now, once you have the trust, then in order to put the trust inside, in order to put your home inside of the trust, that's when you have to file the quitclaim deed and any other documents that your deed of records office requires. In Gwinnett County, it was one other document, and I don't remember the name of the document. I feel like it was a number rather than a name, but I had to do that as well as the quitclaim deed, pay $25, and then after maybe like a month and a half, I received my updated deed with my trust named on my deed instead of me. All right. And that's how you're going to put the house into the trust. So first you got to get the trust. And then once you get the trust, then you got to go to your records office at your local courthouse. And you actually have to file the paperwork to put the home, to transfer the home in the trust. Some attorneys include this with their fees, but mine did not. So you have to be very careful when you hiring your attorney to know everything that they're including. Because if they don't include that part and you don't do it, your house isn't protected. It's almost like buying a safe from like Walmart, but then you putting the safe up and then not putting nothing in it. You leaving everything outside of the safe, right? It's not protected. What was the point of buying a safe? So it's like if you're not going to put your house, your car, you're not going to transfer your car title, if you're not going to transfer your bank accounts all into your trust, it's like, what's the point of paying all that money to get the trust if then you're not going to put anything in it? And as far as the quitclaim deed, ChatGPT did mine. So some attorneys will say, oh, well, that's going to be an additional $500. Okay. Well, it only costs $25, all right, to do it. So what you charging me for? Exactly. Because Chat can do the quitclaim deed for free. And then when I go down here to the courthouse, they're only going to charge me $25. So am I going to pay you $500 or am I just going to do it myself for the $25?